On Capitol Hill, a group of bipartisan lawmakers just introduced a bill that would ban TikTok from operating in the U.S. Sound familiar? Of course it does. It would make it unlawful for app platforms here to host any apps found to be operated by China, Russia, North Korea, or Iran. This comes on the heels of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis striking down a social media bill that would have barred teens under the age of 16 from using TikTok and Instagram, though I really don't know how they enforce that when young people lie about their age on these apps. Joining us live, News Nation's Joe Khalil. Joe, I'd love to hear more about this proposed TikTok ban. And I think a lot of people are paying more attention because of those nations, those particular countries listed in this legislation.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people wondering how it's going to be enforced, even to your point. So we do have some clarity on that. And we should just say we're at a polling location. We thought this was going to be a day focused on the elections, but big news out of Capitol Hill that this TikTok ban is going to be released later today. How this would work is, I'm told by sources that any platform that hosts or shares apps at all. So you go on your phone, you go to the Apple App Store and download stuff. The Apple App Store itself would not be allowed to host TikTok or have any app on there at all that is controlled by one of four major adversaries to the United States: Russia, Iran, North Korea, or in this case, China. Now, how would that work exactly, or how do they even define control? In the bill, it says if one of those four nations controls up to 20% of the company, of, say, TikTok in this case, or the headquarters are in one of those countries, they would be on this banned list. They would have the opportunity, 165 days, to divest from those countries. So the company that owns TikTok is called ByteDance. They are specifically listed in this bill. But again, it's not just ByteDance. So they, as a corporation, would have 165 days to divest from Chinese CCP ownership, or they would face this ban. Now, politically, Adrian, this is going to be tricky. As you pointed out in your intro here, this has been tried before and failed. Now, there are, I'm told, one Republican, Mike Gallagher, one Democrat, Raj Krishnamurthy, who are introducing this together, and they say they've got about 18 others from both sides of the aisle that already support this. So it is truly bipartisan, but you're going to see others really push back on this. You're going to see people in the House and Senate make First Amendment arguments that this is not right, that you should be allowed to be on this platform. The Biden campaign just recently jumped onto TikTok to reach younger voters. So politically, this is going to be tricky. I'll just tell you, the argument they're making for this is they say this is a national security risk because anything that is operated by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, goes back to China. And they say that Americans' data is going to be vulnerable. It's a national security threat. And the Republican who is proposing this bill says it would be akin to the United States at the height of the Cold War, allowing Russia or the KGB to buy the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, or the Washington Post. So those are the comparisons they're making as it comes to national security. We'll see how this plays out. But certainly this is going to cause a big splash on Capitol Hill, Adrian.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.